Smith of the Emmanuel Community Church, of the Reformed Church in America, in Canada, and I'm here with Bishop Dennis Mugabu from Rwanda, and we just want to extend tidings of peace to all parts of the world, but we're thinking right now specifically of some of the tragedy that's been going on in Sri Lanka with church bombings and now the mosque attacks. And we, as men of God, want to encourage peace. And I'm not sure if you're all aware of this, but there is a 100-day celebration or memorial for the genocide in Rwanda, and I would like you, Bishop Dennis, to speak to that.
Okay, thank you so much, Dad. I'm so glad to be here in your church, and I was also happy to see you visiting Rwanda last February. So, my name is Dennis Mugabo. I'm a bishop of Evangelical Orthodox Church in Rwanda, and I'm a founder of Peace International School. It's a school where we have education for children, and we educate children to know about peace, and also work on peace building and reconciliation with Rwanda and all over the world. So I'm so glad we can work on together so that we can give hands to other people who are united together for peace building, and also talk about what happened in Sri Lanka. So it was really bad to hear that many people, churches were destroyed and many people died, and as well many hotels were destroyed. So we'd like to help each other and pray for the whole country in general to have peace, and always fight against war, terrorism, and other bad things happening in the world.
Yeah, so one of the things that I had the privilege of doing, along with the rest of the team that went to Rwanda, was to have the privilege of attending the first annual peace conference that was held at your school, the Peace International School. There were representatives from many parts of Africa and also many parts of the world. And one of the things that really stood out to me in that conference was the danger of dehumanizing those we call enemies. And I think that is a common problem that is not unique to Africa or Canada, but is common all over the world. And one of the challenges that you gave us, Bishop Dennis, at the Peace Conference was to spread that peace around the world. And we want to take up that challenge here, and you're going to be part of that, July 4th, which is the final day of the 100 Days Memorial of the Rwandan Genocide. And we are going to host an evening of peace in the church. And we want to bring together people from different backgrounds, different parts of the world that are living here in Edmonton, and promote peace, and specifically our tendency to dehumanize those who we consider other. And we need to remember that God has made each and every human being in His image, and we are sinning and blaspheming when we label our enemies so as to make them less than human.
Okay, thank you so much for the good idea. As you know, I was born in a country where we faced a lot of problems. Since 1955, the people died. And you heard about the genocide in 1994, where almost 1 million were killed in 100 days. So it was very bad. So as you said, there are some people who are calling others snakes, cockroaches, you understand what bad it is. So, as you know, if a venomous snake must be killed, or the cockroaches might have the insects, there are insects which are not good in houses, or so they might be killed. So we have to fight those ideas, the people who doesn't want to live with people peaceful. So that's why you have to work hard, make many peacemakers around the globe, so that we can fight all those ideas, so that the people can live in peace. As you understand, not only Rwanda, but also there is problems in this world. You know, many people died during First World War, Second World War, so many people died. So, you know, many peace philosophers worked together to fight all those bad ideas. So that's what we have also to work hand in hand, to unite together, so that we can promote peace and try to get as many as possible peacemakers, so that this world can solve this big problem we are facing now.
Yes, and as you say, it's a problem around the world. Even in Canada, we face a similar problem, and you've witnessed that in your time in Canada. Here, you've shared stories of seeing how some of the Indigenous people have been treated and how they treat others, and we want to create an atmosphere where we acknowledge each other's humanity and seek to build a place where there's room for everyone. The ideals that Canada was built on, multiculturalism, are wonderful, but unless we're living them out from the heart, we fall short. And so I think it's going to be a wonderful time, and we look forward to learning more from you and what you experienced in Rwanda, as well as the lessons that have been learned, because the country has done miraculously well since then, and I witnessed individuals who truly forgave from their heart, Hutus and Tutsis, who have come together now virtually as brothers and sisters. Isn't that correct?
That's right. I know it will take a long time, but we hope and we trust that everything will be very good in Rwanda and all over the world. So as you know, there were a lot of change, even in Canada, even in the United States. You remember about the slavery time.
Right.
So in the time of slavery, maybe the country were not progressing, but if they work together, as they say, in God we trust, unite for good things. If we unite together and fight for the bad ideology of terrorism, war, we hope that our whole world will be better and will give a good example to our children and our grandchildren, so that at least they can have a very good future. So we have to give them education, because knowledge is power. They have to know the bad and the good, so that they can at least make a better future, have a good life more than we had, and now, so that we can, even though we will die, but our children can have a good life.
And that was one of the things that was shared by some of the people who lived through the genocide. When we had the privilege to hear them at the peace conference that you arranged, they said they wanted to be an example, not only to Rwanda that forgiveness is possible and that God is alive, but to the whole world. That the evidence of their forgiving one another and loving one another is evidence not only that peace is possible, but that there is a God. That was the words that they shared with us. So I really thank you for the privilege of that peace conference that you set up for us, and the opportunity for us to attend and to hear about the progress peace has made in Rwanda, and also, as we shared, to hear stories from India, from Japan, other parts of Africa, even in Canada, places where we still have a long ways to go for peace.
That's right. So thank you so much. Let's continue to pray for that, and nothing impossible if we trust the Lord, and nothing impossible if the people unite together for peace and help our children, our grandchildren, help them to become peacemakers. So let's continue for praying for that, and pray as well for our brothers in Sri Lanka, so that they can build their country rather than destroy. You see this, you can build something, but it's not very good to see when you destroy what you build. So with war, weapons, hatred, there will not any development in this world. So let us create a good atmosphere of peace and love. So I was so much happy to see how I was treated in your church. I have seen how your church is uniting many people from different countries, Vietnamese, Rwandan, native, and others. So let's work together to see that Canada, Rwanda, United States, and all over the world, we can be a very good example of how we can become peacemakers.